Hi there, welcome to Hevo. In this video, we'll look at Delta Timestamp Query Mode, what it is, when it works well, and when you should avoid using it. Let's start with what Delta Timestamp actually means. Delta Timestamp works similarly to unique incrementing append only, but instead of an increasing ID, Hevo tracks time. You specify a timestamp column that reflects when a row is created or updated. On every run, Hevo asks the source database, "Give me all rows that changed after the last time I checked." Delta Timestamp works well in two scenarios. First, when new rows are appended and a timestamp is recorded. Second, when existing rows are updated and that same timestamp is updated. In both cases, the timestamp acts as the signal Hevo uses to detect change. To use this mode, you configure two things in the pipeline. First is the timestamp column name. This column must exist in the source table, and Hevo uses it to identify changed rows. Second is the timestamp column delay. This lets you intentionally lag ingestion by a fixed amount of time. Behind the scenes, Hevo subtracts this delay from the current time before querying the table. That way, it avoids pulling in rows that might still be mid-update. So what happens during ingestion? When the pipeline first runs, Hevo sets the starting point to 1st of January, 1970 and begins ingesting all records after that. From then on, after each batch completes, Hevo moves its offset forward to the latest timestamp it just processed. This offset is entirely managed by Hevo. If a row is updated and its timestamp moves forward, Hevo picks it up for ingestion again. If a new row is added without updating the tracked timestamp column, Hevo ignores it. So whether appends are captured depends entirely on how the source manages timestamps. Now, an important limitation to keep in mind. Delta Timestamp works efficiently only if no more than 1 million rows share the same timestamp value. If that limit is exceeded, Hevo may ingest only the first million rows and keep refetching them. That's why, if your table can generate very large batches with identical timestamps, Change Data Capture Query Mode is usually a better choice. That brings us to event usage. There are two possible configurations, both controlled by your source. If the timestamp updates only on row updates, Hevo tracks updates only. If the timestamp updates on both updates and inserts, Hevo tracks both. This directly affects how many events are ingested and billed. To learn more or explore other features in Hevo, visit docs.hevodata.com. Thanks for watching.